Hello guys, MikuChibi here, welcome back to another Sword Art Factor, and today we're gonna have a look at the newest banner, the Scythe-Wielding Beauty Order. What you can see is a 5-step banner, where step 1 50% off, step 2, step 4 regular price, step 3 a guaranteed random 4-star, and step 5 a guaranteed new feature 4-star, and the 4 new skills we have is on the left side, Yuuki, Sinon, Lisbeth, and Sachi. We can see that Yuuki and Sachi both are active skill, Sinon new burst, and Lisbeth new awakening skill. And we're gonna of course have a look and see what to do. This banner, it is available for a month, so 24th of July, so a month, roughly a month, so that is good. So you have now more plans or try to save a lot of concept if you plan to pull on this banner. And let's have a look on the first skill. We have Sinon, the Dark Knight Visitor Sinon. Burst skill, so it's a bow burst skill with ice rain skill animation, 30 SP, frozen water, 50-second cooltime, 45 switch gate, 38 break gauge, not the best. It does 1990% damage treating a target. Water element enhanced 4, water element damage plus 9% for 50 seconds, and enhanced frost 1. Damage done to enemy weak to frost 50% for 20 seconds, that is not bad. And if you want to activate the burst, you need to do water, water, frost, water. So hopefully you do have many water skill to activate it. Any water skill on your second set or third set, depends how you're playing around this burst. 30-second cooltime, 45 switch gate, and 76 break gauge, not the best either. 5500% damage treating a target. Bonus, the lower your own HP, attack increase, maximum 200%, good bonus. Water element damage increased by the number of frostbite stacks times 0.5% when the player is inflicted with frostbite status element. Okay, this burst is pretty strong for sure, and if you are playing around frostbite, then you are dealing even more damage. If you succeed to holding this frostbite, you get up to 49.5% extra water element damage. So it is a really good burst skill, and any frost water weakness content where we can use it. Well, for Chaos Showdown, we do have the 100 arms Huang, level 235. It is weak to frost and water. Probably seen some people speedrunning in that one. For example, I do have a video of me farming that boss using a lazy build that I really like. Any other than Chaos Showdown, we do also have floor, and we do have floor 47. If you farm for Lux, then you're fighting the butterfly, which is weak to frost and water. And also we do also have the fox, the 19 fox on floor 31 if you plan to farm for Gao weapon series. So it could be really good someone there. I also heard that the next underground, the B6, is also weak to frozen water, so could be really useful there, who knows. So this is a really good burst skill if you are playing a bow set. The Girl Who Reaps Soul Yuuki is a pass skill with air suction, enhanced clothing, retribution, roar of the gale. Alright. Air suction 4. When the player is status element bleed, attack plus 3%. Okay, that is really good if you can play around bleed. Enhanced clothing 3, bleed damage minus 30%. That's good, reducing the ticking damage. Retribution 3, add bloodshed effect on yourself for 30 seconds when you're hitting on switch, 50 stacks. So let's see, 2.2% plus number of stacks times 0.2% damage, and 4.4 plus number of stacks for evasion rate decrease. Okay, so retribution is a debuff where you apply bloodshed, which is same as bleed, so you can get a 50% attack, but at the same time you will get more damage and also lower your evasion rate. Could be really good if you know how to play around this, but if you don't, then you can pretty much skip. And let's see, while the access skill is activated, roll of the Gale 4 deals 50% wind element damage to enemy. I see, could be really good for any frost weakening content. Who do we have? Chaos Showdown, we do have the Tio, the Octopus, level 255. Frostwind, we do have also the Snake on floor 61, could be really useful. And this is only activated if you are using Axel. Okay, kind of weird, but if you can play around this, could be good. You don't really need to play around this. This is for a specific player that is playing around bleed. That is what can I say for now. It's still a really good pass though. 50% attack, that is a lot. And also helps it to reduce the bleed damage. Could be really good. Smiling Scythe-Wielder Lisbeth is a mace skill, demolishing wind skill animation, 28 SP, blunt wind, 50-second cooltime, 48 switch gate, and 37 breakage. Not best. It does 1730% damage for hitting a target. Party enhanced blunt 4. Okay, damage done to enemy weak to blunt plus 30% for your party for 20 seconds. Really good support for any blunt weakness content if you're playing a support role. Could be really useful. Help your teammate to deal even more damage. 30% is a lot. Bolt Breaker 4 party. Break gauge amount plus 20% for you and your party member for 10 seconds. Oh, this is actually really good. Okay. This is a new buff, a party buff. We don't have any skill that had Bolt Breaker 4 buff. And this increase your break gauge could be really useful for any content, for example, GOG, where you need to break the boss sometimes. This one could be a really nice support to have. If the boss is weak to blunt, then you also increase your party members' damage by 30%. So this is a really good support skill. And I can see this one can be really used in floor 44 as well, because on floor 44 boss, you do need to break the boss to able to rush down its HP down. So this one could be really useful. Who knows? Who knows how the meta gonna change? But I can see this one gonna be really useful for the future as well, for any blunt weakness content, or if you just want to use this buff here, it could be good in any content. A weakness skill, when you're rushing, raise 10 stack for all stack buff their own self. Pretty good, alright. Pretty useful, really good support skill. And last one, we have the All Reaper Blade Sachi. It's a spear skill. Goddammit, always spear. Burrowing water, burrowing water. Burrowing water, burrowing. I don't really remember the skill animation, but we'll see. 26 SP, frozen water, 60 second cooltime, 112 switch gate, and 33 break gauge. Switch gauge, pretty good. Break gauge, not the best. It does 2110% damage, a hit AoE. Okay, a hit. So it sounds like long animation, but we'll see. We'd have to see the actual animation because I don't know what burrowing skill animation looks like. Aqua Pal buff, water element damage, 1% per stack, 3 stack for 20 seconds. And if you can switch, you will gain 9 stack instead of 3. So Frostbite, when equipped 4 or more core skill in the same set, Frostbite 10% will affect the player. As long as you don't equip 4 core skill, then you can skip this Frostbite. But if you're playing around Frostbite, then you definitely need 4 Koharu. More than regular increase on switch gate, that's why we see it's being 112, it's pretty good. While active skill is activated, Stigma debuff, increased damage taken by the enemy for 18 seconds, 9 stack, plus 0.5% for every 1 stack. Really useful. Stigma is really good for any content that require to debuff the boss really hard. For example, Underground, Labyrinth, and also GOG. Mostly GOG, really popular there. So this one is really good as well. So yeah, I mean, so far I would say Spear, Maze, Yuuki, and Sinon, really good skill. Pretty good. Really useful, and probably gonna be really useful for Underground B6. Smiling Scythe-Wielding Lisbeth is a sword skill with higher damage multiplier increase after limb breaking. Okay, kinda interesting. Even though it doesn't do damage, it's mostly you supporting your party. I don't think it's really worth to limb break this skill. Being at level 80 is still fine, so do not limb break. That is just my opinion. You can do that if you want to. And if you look on the rate, we have 0.25% chance to get the skill, the future skill, and 0.013% to get the non-futured. Set 3, basically the same, but if you look on guaranteed, we have 5.416% chance, pretty bad. It just means that you have like 22% chance to get futured, which is pretty low. And then on step 5, you have 1% to get futured, but 25% chance to get the one you really want. So yeah, not bad. Overall, I would say the skills looks pretty good, and also could be really used in any endgame content that is weak to frost and water, and potential could be also really useful for the newest Underground B6 that is coming up tomorrow. So now the question is this banner worth to summon on? Well, it really depends what you have and what you need. If you have a build that is building around frost water set, then I would say definitely worth to pull. If you're using, for example, bow build DPS, then definitely Sinon is definitely a skill that you really want. And Sachi could be your second set to activate the burst or even support your skill, because this one does activate Frostbite, and if you don't have enemy that apply Frostbite, then you can have Sachi do that for you, which is gonna buff Sinon a bonus there, so could be really useful. Yuuki could be also really nice to have if you're playing around bleed. So it really depends what your build you have, and if you want to play support, getting Lisbeth is also really good. If you're a new player, should you pull on this banner? No, not really. This is mostly targeted for the players that already have a build and just want to improve for the endgame content. So this is used for those. So if you're a new player, if you don't have a warrior DPS set for bow and spear, then skip this banner. Do not pull on this one. Wait when there are better banner that is offering you more skill guaranteed 4-star. That is much better. Rerollers. Are there any skill that are worth the reroll? No of the skill is worth the reroll because they require a lot of skill to support them, play around them. So definitely not worth to reroll on. So this banner is mostly only worth for players that do need to improve their set, their build. So if you're a player that is playing around Frost Warrior build set on bow and spear, then this banner definitely worth summon on. Otherwise, you can also save your con gems because this banner is available for a month. So you can just wait to see what other banner is coming. My recommendation, just wait and see because tomorrow gonna be maintenance and we do gonna get more banners. Please wait a little bit, just wait tomorrow. Unless you really want the skill, then go ahead. I wish you good luck, hopefully you get the skill. But I definitely recommend save your conscience, wait for the maintenance, just to see what other skill is coming. Keep in mind this banner is available for a month. It has 1 month duration. So yeah, that is for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now and bye bye.